Officials at the Thunder Bay Correctional Centre hope the heating failure at the district jail is repaired sooner rather than later.
The centre on Highway 61 is currently housing 250 inmates, which is about 100 more than its normal capacity. The union president for the correctional workers says it's not an ideal situation, but they're doing what they can to manage. Jonathan Wilson reports.
Well, it's been a struggle. The layout of our building is not designed to house that many offenders.
The Thunder Bay Correctional Centre on Highway 61 has an optimal capacity of 146 male inmates, but right now the facility is bursting at the seams with around 250 prisoners. This comes following the evacuation of the district jail earlier this week after the main boiler there broke down. 189 inmates had to be relocated. The OPSU president at the Correctional Centre, Sean Bradshaw, says they took on as many of those inmates as they could.
So there's offenders being housed in areas that traditionally wouldn't house offenders. So we've had to adapt some of that. Luckily, we've been able to resurrect some COVID protocols and adapt that to what we're doing. But then in an area where we traditionally only have one person to a room, there's two.
The new addition on Highway 61 just opened last year and is now housing 100 inmates instead of its usual 50. The jail also transferred around 100 prisoners to other parts of the province, and there's just a few inmates awaiting a spot elsewhere.
A lot of the institutions around the province have taken in offenders from the jail, so we're thankful in Thunder Bay for that. And we're just hoping for a quick turnaround to get back to normal operations, because what's going on here is not ideal at all.
The union president at the jail, Anthony Rojic, says there's still no timeline on when the boiler will be fixed or replaced. The jail itself was built way back in 1926 and is scheduled to close for good when the new correctional complex on Highway 61 opens. Construction on that massive $1.2 billion facility with a capacity for 345 inmates is scheduled to be completed in 2026.
Yeah, they're humming along, so they've told me they're ahead of schedule, but I mean that's still operationalizing it is still probably 3 years off.
Rojic says everyone involved in the first ever full evacuation of the jail has worked tirelessly to make it happen safely. Bradshaw says his members at the Correctional Centre are doing everything they can to help.
All the corrections staff in Thunder Bay have been absolutely amazing. We've been working well with our management teams, just all pulling in the right direction. So, yeah, it's a lot to ask an operation like this to do what we're doing, and our staff have risen to the challenge. So, it's been very impressive.
Jonathan Wilson, TBT News.